Contributing to Bracero. Adding items. The item record has an interface that allows users to upload files and to provide data that is associated with that item. When you create a new item, you'll have the option of uploading a file, selecting an item type, filling in the core metadata, data fields that are common to all item types, and filling in the item metadata, special fields that are associated with particular item types, such as the transcript field that accompanies the oral history item type. There are 12 types of items that you can easily add to Bracero: document, moving image, oral history, sound, still image, website, event, email, lesson plan, hyperlink, person, and interactive resource. If you wish to add an item that does not fit any of these categories, go to your dashboard and click on the Types tab. On the right side, click the button to add an item type. There, you will be able to create a new item type and customize the metadata fields that accompany it. These fields will be in addition to the core metadata fields that are associated with each item. For more information on core metadata, item type metadata, and item types, please consult the Metadata Scheme appendix. From the dashboard, you may begin to add items to your archive. Click the button that says Add an item to your archive. Step 1. Item type. First, use the pull-down menu to select your item type. Second, fill in the text boxes that appear after you select an item type. This metadata is dependent on your item type, so please be aware that the text boxes will be different for, say, a still image than for a moving image. Fill in as many boxes as you can using the metadata guide at the end of this document. Third, upload the files that accompany your item. Many items consist of images, sound, or video files. This interface will allow you to upload those files and associate them with the metadata in the archive. Using the Browse button at the bottom of the page will allow you to locate the files on a local drive, such as your computer's hard drive, and then upload that file to the server. It is helpful if you have all your files in one location before you begin, so you may find your files easily. Once your file is highlighted in the text box, click the Next button. Now you will add data that is common to all item types. Fill in as much information as possible, again using the metadata guide if necessary. If you need to go back to the first screen, you may use the Back button. Once you have filled in all the metadata you have, click on the Next button. You must also select whether to make your item public or not, and whether it will be a featured item or not. You may change these preferences at any time. You may also assign tags to your items at this time. Tags work like keywords and allow users to search for items using the keywords. Once you have selected the appropriate preferences and assigned tags, click the Add Item button at the bottom to add your item to the archive. You may view your items by clicking the Archive tab at the top of the page, followed by the Items tab. A list of your items appears with a summary of archival information. The most recently added items appear at the top of the list by default. You may use the search feature to locate other items, or you may browse the archive using the page numbers. At any time, you may edit an item by clicking the Edit button at the right of that item. Contributing to Bracero. Creating exhibits, sections, and pages. Click the Exhibits tab at the top of the page. On the right side of the page, notice a button labeled Create an Exhibit. Click this button. Give your exhibit a title and select a slug for the exhibit. The slug is a word with no spaces or characters that the database uses in the URL of the exhibit. For example, in an exhibit about braceros in Oregon, you might use the slug Braceros in Oregon. It's up to you, but keep the slug logical. At the bottom of the page, you may add a section to your exhibit. Click the Add a Section button. Select a title for the section, and give it a slug like you did for your exhibit. Then click the Add This Section button. Click the Edit icon beside the exhibit section you wish to edit. Here you will add individual pages to your exhibit by clicking the Add a Page button. Choose a layout for your exhibit page from the array. The layout you choose will depend on which page you are currently building, which photos, documents, or other images you might have, and other aesthetic concerns. Choose the appropriate one by clicking on it. When you click on the layout, it will appear in a box. Click the Choose This Layout button. On the Add Exhibit page, you'll see one or more empty squares on the right side of the page and thumbnails on the left. Using your mouse and placing the cursor on the green arrows in the thumbnails, drag the photo thumbnails you wish to use in their position onto the page. When you have the photo where you want it, you may release the mouse. If you wish to remove the photo, click on the red button inside the square. Add any text that goes with the exhibit page in the text box and click one of the boxes at the bottom of the page. If you want to change that layout, click that button. If you are finished adding pages, click the button that says Save and Return to Section. And if you are finished with this page but want to add more, then click the Save and Add Another Page button.